Everything you've been told about innovation, progress, and breakthroughs, it's missing the biggest secret. While you've been grinding, hustling, trying to crack that code, the real driving force behind every single breakthrough has been hiding in plain sight. It's been there, untapped, underused, misunderstood, and yet it holds the power to shatter every barrier standing between you and your next big success. Capitalism, that raw, relentless engine, is not some cold, faceless system. It's the lifeblood of progress, the fire that fuels every genius idea that has ever reshaped the world. But here's the catch. Most people don't get it. Most people see capitalism as just a way to make money, or worse, blame it for problems they think are bigger than themselves. But for those who truly understand it, capitalism isn't just finance or markets or profits. It's a living, breathing tool of liberation. It's the design that allows the rare, the exceptional, the relentless few to burn past comfort zones, smash old limits, and create what's been declared impossible. You're one of those few, whether you know it fully yet or not. You feel that tension inside, that quiet, constant itch that says you were meant for more, that sitting still isn't an option. That's capitalism speaking to you. It's ready to arm you. But first, let's face the brutal truth nobody else wants to admit. Underneath this system we call capitalism, the rest of the world is still trapped in illusions. They tell you freedom is real, but freedom's just a word. You get rule books, you get boundaries, you get blurred lines meant to keep you waiting, hoping, holding back. They tell you that success is about fitting in, playing safe, and accepting your place. But you're not built for that. You were never meant to be one of the many silenced by systems designed to process, conform, and tame brilliance. That's why you feel isolated sometimes. That's why it feels like the world's infrastructure isn't designed for you, for the radical ideas rattling in your mind, for the fire refusing to die. Capitalism, if you understand how to wield it, can be your weapon against all that suffocation. It breaks the chains of comfort, rips apart the false promises of waiting your turn, and unleashes a raw, transformative force you can't find anywhere else. But the key is in knowing how to tap into it, not as a soul-stealing machine feeding greed and mediocrity, but as the ultimate lever for individual sovereignty and relentless innovation. Here's the secret nobody's giving you, but you need to hear now. Capitalism thrives on freedom, the freedom of the individual to reject the comfort of the rules, to risk everything, to disrupt and to create without apologies. For founders, investors, leaders like you, capitalism is a living network of opportunity, a space where the rare meet, forms alliances, and build empires from the sparks of their wildest, most dangerous ideas. Remember, progress doesn't come from the center. It comes from the edge, from those who burn with the refusal to accept the world as it is. Capitalism is the very architecture that lets those forces collide and explode into new realities. It's not the problem. It's the solution you've been missing. And it's available to you right now, waiting for you to seize it with will so sharp, it cuts through inertia and opposition alike. But the way most people play capitalism is a story of lost potential. They stop at comfort. They fall into complacency. They trade their dreams for rules they didn't write and systems that do not bend for them. Don't be one of them. Instead, use capitalism to align with the few who burn as fiercely as you do, the rare who reject conformity. Capitalism's true power lives in connection, connecting those few rare minds who can ignite ideas so powerful, they rewrite the future. Capitalism fuels collaboration that isn't about popularity or noise. It's about essence. It's about bringing together the best, the most radical, the barely readable sparks into a blazing inferno. That is where the next breakthroughs come from. The brutal truth? The world has no infrastructure for exceptional. The systems you see today neither create nor reward radical innovation. They substitute. They optimize mediocrity and suffocate the rare bursts of genius that refuse to be subjugated by comfort. This is why many founders, investors, and builders feel isolated, misunderstood, stalled. They're waiting for something that looks like support, but is actually a cage. Capitalism, in its raw and unfiltered form, stands alone as the last true engine left that can tear those cages away. But it requires ruthless practice, not just preaching freedom but living it with a fierce, unwavering code. A code where your will is the weapon, where questioning everything is mandatory, where transformation isn't optional, where patience is sharper than impatience because you know that eternity favors the long game. When you step into capitalism with this mindset, something incredible happens. You stop being a victim of the system's constraints and start becoming the architect of your reality. You see obstacles as fuel. Every rejection, every no, every doubter only sharpens your vision and intensifies your fire. You align with those who match your intensity, not because you want to belong, but because together you amplify what makes you unique. The system no longer has power over you. You become a node in a different network, a raw network of creators, a network of individuals who forge strength from contrast, who rise through connection and shared rebellion against the mediocre status quo. This network is where capitalism breathes at its fullest power, where it frees the rare to reshape the future in their own image. This isn't about shallow calls to action or slogans. It's about real, lived experience, the gritty, relentless fight to own your genius and build without compromise. And here's the promise. When capitalism shapes you, it won't make life easier. It will make it undeniably yours. It will burn beneath the convenience and shatter the silence so thick, you'll never settle for less than your fullest potential. So if you feel that fire inside right now, if that tension, that quiet rage that you were born for more is growing louder, it's time. Time to stop waiting for the world to change you or for some perfect moment to arrive. Time to wield capitalism, not as a crutch, but as a path to liberation. Tear apart the illusions telling you to play small. Reject mediocrity's handouts. Slay the comfort that lulls others into submission. Find the few who burn like you. Connect, collaborate, create. Because every great breakthrough you've ever dreamed of, it's on the other side of this choice. Capitalism is the untapped resource behind every breakthrough because it's the only force capable of turning rare, misaligned brilliance into aligned power. It's the only system that, when understood and practiced ruthlessly, honors individuality while building unstoppable networks of strength. This isn't just business. This isn't just investment. This is revolution. Your revolution. The world will tell you to wait, to fit in, to fall in line and be one more process, one more number. You know better. You know the power is yours to claim. Now is the time to step forward and light the fire that no system can ever extinguish. Capitalism, at its core, is freedom in motion, the ultimate weapon of the rare who refuse compromise. The resource we've all been waiting for is here, and it has been inside you all along. Don't waste it. Harness it. Ignite the impossible.